Hey everyone, how are you? Happy to be here live, full blown in center with you for our Team Cup Q&A. Mars, is this my journal? So as you know, perhaps you may not know, I have been a coach for, it will be 4 years now in November, and when I was a fresh coach, fresh new coach in November. There was nothing there, but March of that following year, so March of 2013, I was a coach, and I decided to be part of a cup challenge, and I was one of the leaders, or I was captain, I believe, from that coach summit. For that cup challenge. I have summit in my head. And that was a good experience for me, even as a newbie coach, because I was able to share my love for what was happening in my life at the moment. And I will explain to you, at the moment, I had fallen in love with fitness. I was doing Chalene Extreme, which is a weight program. And I had never done a push-up in my life, and for the first time, this was the first time in my life that I did more than 4 push-ups in a workout. So I was excited about that. I was drinking this amazing shake that was helping me deal without the sugar cravings. I'm a chocoholic. That was the lion. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, guys.
I was a chocoholic. And drinking Shakeology every day was helping me with my cravings, and that was one of the biggest plus for me. So I also was part of a supportive community, and to me that was the biggest weird feeling, because I, for the first time, felt like I was supported in a group. Now, a little bit of background information for you to know. I used to go to Weight Watchers meetings. I used to be part of different weight loss programs, one of them being Nutrisystem. And I sought support, but nobody really gave me the support I was looking. And for the first time, I came to a support group and I was getting that. So I say all of this because when I was in this cup challenge, that was the information I used to share with others. So whatever you are going through at the moment, and I was a full-time teacher at the same time. So whatever you are going with for right now, that's what you're going to be sharing. You'll hear us talk a lot, and this is Norris.
Hi, I'm Norris. If you don't know me already, I came to you as a lion today. Why not?
Do you remember when was your coach summit? When was your first cup
still
challenge?
on summit. Please don't mind us. We're still recuperating.
When was your first cup challenge?
My cup challenge.
I probably forced her to do that.
I'm a mom of 2, but I do remember. I don't know. Ever since I said yes, I participated in whatever I had to join, and I showed up. And just to piggyback from Norris, I think that one of the reasons why this has become so easy for me to share is because it was that aha moment. It was that eureka moment that I prayed and needed all of my life, and I finally found the secret of living a healthy life, and that was through the accountability and support that I found. So I needed to share. So a cup to me didn't add a stress. It actually just invigorated my passion to help more people, because I just needed to go out there and as a team collectively work together to make an impact and have fun while we're at it. And I think that that's our mission at the end of the day, is not so much to focus oh my gosh, the pressure, it's August 2nd and I'm still at 0, I'm dying here. No, the focus should be of helping and being an impact to others, being of value and sharing from the heart. Yes, hustle is there. That has never left us. Heart and hustle is part of our mission, because in order for us to help and be part of this large mission, we're going to have to hustle and help people that need us, right? So we need to reach in all aspects of our social media and gatherings, family events, because maybe the person that is in front of you might not need support and accountability, but they will know someone who would benefit from being part of this team or being part of a challenge. So when you mentioned when was mine, I would say it was maybe in 2015, 2014. I started a little bit later than Ramirez. But since the get, I've always taken on the challenge of helping and inviting. And one of the reasons why we are legends, because we've consistently helped at least 3 to 5 people or more every single month since we said yes to being an active coach. So now that doesn't change.
Now that you said that, that brings me to the point, because we have, brand new coaches who are literally opening the gate and opening their box of becoming a coach, by the way. And you decided to say yes to the Cup Challenge opportunity. So you may not even know how you get points. And here's the thing. When you help save one life, you have the tools, that is a challenge pack, that is fitness with Shakeology and support. That gives you 2 points. So if you save 3 lives, each of them come in with a fitness challenge pack. And we call them challenge packs because there's the 2 things. It's a package that comes with the solution. And this month, all of the top fitness programs are on sale. So if you ever spoke to someone who wanted Insanity, someone who loved T25, someone who really wanted to try P90X but couldn't afford it because those are higher end workout programs, this is your opportunity to go in and share with them, guess what? I have good news for you. Our programs are on sale this month and I really wanted to get you started right before school came. So you want to give them the opportunity to re-enroll with a program that will fit their financial needs. So that's why you will earn 2 points per person that you help. So if you help 3 people, you automatically qualify for what is called the Success Club member or the Success Club program. And the Success Club program basically is rewards that are given to us for as Beachbody coaches.
There's prizes also
for helping other people. Yes,
and these points could go accumulated if you're on the waiting list for the trip that happens every year. We get a Success Club trip, and these points are accumulated throughout the year, month in and month out, and you kind of have a tally at the end of the year, and then those are accumulated into dollar for your vacation. So that's one way. But for the Cup, we also have prizes that Beachbody always comes up with. If you want to reach for the top, you can. Actually, Team Eagle was made history at one point with the Barbies.
The
Beach
Barbies, Beast Barbies, and they actually went to the very, very top.
So they were at the second. They were at a match, and 1 point kind of took them out of the first place, but they were second place. So it could happen to you. It all depends on your goals, and everyone has their own personal goals. As a team, collectively, yes, the minimum should be let's help 3 people so we can reach that, Success Club point, and we can check that off as a goal being met. And it also can help us as far as covering the expenses of our product, which is Shakeology. And it's good practice, right, to share, because that's basically what we will be doing more aggressively than ever. And August is definitely a month where people have literally...
Hold on, before you say that, let me just share with you the prizes in case you want to go for the tiers. There's 3 tiers, and then there's the grand prize. So the first tier, you're gonna get a USA or a Canada specific team hat. For the tier 2, you will get Country Heat apparel. For the tier 3, you'll get a Beachbody skateboard.
Oh, that's fun.
For teams that are as teams that get to the 2nd place through the 10th place, you'll get an Apple Watch. And the grand prize of it all is you will earn a trip to LA to visit Beachbody headquarters in Santa Monica and meet the CEO, Carl Daikeler, with a private team workout.
Everyone to dinner who wins the top group.
And now, in order for you to get more of this information, this is all found in what we call the FAQs. When you log into your Team Beachbody account, you can always access it from there. And I'm posting the link to that in our page. So another question that was asked was, what is my role as a teammate or as a team player in a cup, right? So there's 5 people in a cup. There's a captain, and then there's 4 other coaches. Each of you may have different goals. So you may want to save 3 lives. Someone else may want to rank advanced to become an emerald and help set 5 lives. So to become an emerald, they need, so keep hold of that. So some people may just want to help 3 people because they've never helped anybody and they want to know what it feels like to help 3 people. Someone has already been a coach and they've been helping people consecutively, but they haven't rank advanced their business. So their first goal is they want to make it to emerald. If you're like me, you've been a coach for a while, I want to become a diamond all over again so that then I can rank advanced to start diamond. In order for me to become diamond, I have goals and the way you're going to do things backwards. So if you want to help 3 people, you can help 3 people as customers or as coaches. So when you're speaking to the person, if they're interested in a fitness program, you always ask if they want the program as a customer or they want the program with a discount. And then if they want the program for the discount, you give them the coach account. If they want the program just to be participant, try it out, they're not really sure about it, they want 30 days to think about it, then get them started as a customer. The goal is to get people started. Now, if you're running to become an emerald, then you know you need 2 coaches. So you know you're going to be looking for those people who want a discount, who want an income possibility.
And you start the conversation that way because your goal is to rank advance. And in order for you to do that this month, you need to stay focused and sign everyone up for the discount with the 25%. They don't have to do the business, but they will help you rank.
Exactly. So if you then want to become a diamond, so then you know that your team has like a skeleton. You know that you're going to need 4 coaches on one side and 4 coaches on the other side.
And on each side, you need an emerald with 2 coaches.
We're working with our hands here. So then you know 4 coaches. Each of those coaches will start with 2 Success Club points. So that's 4 times 2 is 8. So that automatically gives me 8 points. Now, the people who go in here and they become emeralds, right? They do it on themselves. So that's not my investment. I want to make sure that I back it up. So I add 2 more people and I help 10 people for the month of August. So I think that can explain. Now, in your cup,
please ask questions below on things that we've covered. Let's have this interact.
Yeah, so that we know that we're answering your questions. In the cup, you're not putting pressure on so and so. So someone said, look, Nori says, Oniris, I'm gonna be a diamond this month, okay? And Nora says, I tell Noris, I'm gonna be an emerald this month, okay? And if the end of the month comes and for some reason or the other you don't meet your goal, that doesn't make you a better or a less person. Goals are meant to direct you with a focused energy on where you want to be. But that's not the end or be all of something. It's so that you say, well, I'm a coach. If something happens, it happens. No, we're not living life like that. We have an understanding that goals give us like the GPS to our business. So that's why we want you to set up the beginning. And when you write things down, there's power. Here comes the next thing. How do you know who you're inviting? So there's a numbers game. And we've been doing this long enough to know that when you speak to 100 people, you're going to get 10 people to say yes. It's a non-negotiable. It is a true fact, and it works. I will bump
the 5 dailies.
It's a bubble sheet that has like 100 little circles. And what I think we should do is print that sheet out and start writing names of people, number 1, that come to our mind that we've always wanted to have in our team, that we've always wanted to help, that we've always wanted to add value to. Write their names down.
The memory jogger, and it's actually in the back office as well when you did your GSR, getting started right. And it's a perfect way to start with your contact list. We all need to start somewhere. We don't want you to do this by the whim because you're going to be overwhelmed and anxiety levels will be up the yin yang because you just don't know where you're at, right? But with the memory jogger, you start jotting down your friends from junior high and their cousins that you were friends, and you're like, oh, that person just came to mind. And then you even start thinking of your teacher or your professors that you were friends with,
or your
a
child's
community
teacher
that you were part of. And you start expanding your friends list, because it doesn't necessarily need, it doesn't have to be your mom or sister. It can be a far relative or a friend of a relative. And when you do this list, trust and believe you're going to end up with more than 100. And that's the goal, to add more people to your contact.
So now you're not going to add 100 people and contact them tonight,
No,
because
because
that's impossible. You're human and there's only so much you can do. So what I am going to suggest is that you take bits and pieces. You can invite and speak to 10 people per day. You can do it in 2 shots, or you can break it up in 5 shots, and you know how to do the math. So 2 in the morning, 2 somewhere in between, 5 times. Every time you eat, you message 2 people from your contact
Should be
list.
new people, and then follow up. Save that for your freedom hour. Some call it power hour. I flipped it over.
So if you want to keep it controlled, then like for example, myself, it works. In the morning, I post my initial workout program or my motivation. Immediately, I message 5 to 10 people. My goals are different than yours, and I go a little bit above. So I message 5 to 10 people in the morning, and then at night I follow up with those people that I messaged, and then I message 5 to 10 new people again. All right, so that's that one. Comment below if you have any other questions pertaining to the same topic.
How to open for business? Do we have that there?
We want to talk about what are the 4 vital behaviors. Like, what do we focus on with a cup challenge? Like, someone asked me, what on earth is the 4 vital behaviors?
Okay, cool.
So you want to start with that? Yeah.
Why not? So one of the reasons why we became a coach and said yes to the opportunity was because we first started as product of the product, right? Because we are speaking with conviction. We're sharing our journey because something occurred within us, even if we completed a 21-day fix or we're still in our journey, but something in us has shifted. We've fallen in love with the support, which is the challenge group, or you've fallen in love with the newfound energy that eating clean and Shakeology has done for you. So that's one of the vitals, being product of the product. So you're just only opening the door to your home and sharing it with the public. So that's number 1. We have to be product of the product in order for us to speak, one, from a place of conviction, from the heart. And in order for us to do that, we really need to be proof that it's working. Because
so what program will you be committing for the next 30 days?
Exactly. So what are you sharing with your public, with the people that you want to invite over? So, hey, I just started day 1 of Country Heat, which I've fallen in love with. That's a side note. But bachatea, mi mama. I'm like all in it. I'm going to have fun with it. So you're going to see my page flooded with dance moves. Yes, I'm still doing my Shailene push phase, but I've added cardio into the mix. And I'm going to be sharing that with enthusiasm. I'm going to make them fun. The point is to have fun with this as you're going through your journey, right? Let's not be boring. So that's the product. Drinking Shakeology.
I'm going to be doing P90X and Country Heat.
So it's a combination of the fitness that you're doing and then Shakeology and the benefits of drinking that. So that's one of the vitals. The second vital that I love is, and obviously, personal development. It's something that even becomes before even the workouts and Shakeology, because we need to set up our mindset before anything else, right? So personal development is part of our job description, and that's basically working on areas of improvement. And obviously they will be different for you as they are to me. Some books, let's say if you're lacking self-confidence, you can Google what self-development books are good for lack of confidence. I know that automatically in my mind, Jen Sincero comes up. You're a badass. If you're lacking with consistency, The Miracle Morning, the compound effect that you hear us speaking about. If you are just starting off and you have not read Go Pro,
that's what I was going to say.
It is mandatory for everyone who has signed up, 1, to be a coach, and 2, who is taking this whole thing seriously. Go Pro will give you a different insight into what all that we do.
And the final one,
so our personal development I mentioned, and
be proof that the product works.
You got the others.
And then we have, on a daily basis, we're going to invite. And I like the way that it says it 3 times, because we invite people to our personal life, we invite people to our fitness world, and we invite people to our business opportunity. And you don't have to be in people's faces by putting things out there. You have to be you. So as I spoke before, wherever you are in your journey, that's where you're going to invite people to do things with you. So for example, if you're doing the Country Heat workout and you're that type of person that you dislike weights, you don't like intense workout, this is the perfect workout for you to talk about, because it's one that is fun. It's gonna break out a sweat and it's gonna inspire you. Now, if you're the type of person that you're looking for motivation because you just love eating food and you want to stay accountable, so you need help, so you need someone to join you in your challenge, you invite them to be there. Always when you post a picture, let's say, of your workouts, you think, okay, what I'm doing, somebody else may be interested in doing. So you invite them. If you comment or like this post, I can invite you and you can be part of my next challenge. There's another way that you can invite, and that is specifically sending a private message to someone and saying, hey, so-and-so, so I noticed you liked my post about being fit. Are you interested in learning more? And let me finish what I was saying here, because what I was doing is sharing what I call an ADOS formula, which is my way of, we call it an ADOS formula because it comes from one of the trainings that we've done. But in this case, basically it starts the conversation. So I'll say, I notice you like doing fitness programs and you go on a walk every single day. Would you be interested in learning what I do at home so that we can connect? That's one way that you can share with them. But hold on, there's more. My cold invites.
This is what I needed.
Cold invites. Okay. So I'll send this message and I'll post it in the comments in the Q&A thread. It'll say something like, I really hope you don't mind me messaging about something like this. I don't even know if this would even interest you, but I'm running an online fitness program about, getting fit after school starts or with the kids being home. I already have a few people on board, but I just want to make sure that if you're interested, I can give you more time. And if I gave you more details, would you read over it? Would you be willing to check it out? I like to use specific words. Would you be open to learning more about it? Because immediately people think, well, I'm open, I'm not closed. Of course I want more, I'll say things like, hey girl, how are you? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I really hope you don't mind me messaging you about something like this. I don't even know if it interests you, but I'm running a group and it starts August 8th. Would you be open to learning more about it?
I love these messages for those people that like our pictures. Some people see the picture, like the picture, they're interested. Something in them triggered. You never know if you don't ask.
And they gave you permission because they already liked it. If you notice, when I post an invite or I post something, I'll say comment or like this post and I'll give you more details. So that automatically tells them,
Gives you the open door.
if you comment or like, you're gonna get a conversation from me, and they expect it. Some people say, I'm surprised you even messaged me like today. I'm like,
I was really looking forward to. A lot of people are fearful and they don't really know how to reach out. They feel intimidated. So there's some of them are waiting for you to reach out.
And then when you are going to speak about the business, I usually like to post specifically about the business on very specific days. So Sunday nights, I post an invitation about the business because that's when people are not looking forward to going to work.
I'll share the calendar.
Yes. And then I also talk about the business on Wednesdays because for me, it's Women Work Wednesday. So I focus on that and I work through themes. And then if I have to, I'll add like a Friday, join my fearless group, do something that scares you. I give it a theme, and then I'll say my goal is to help moms like me earn extra income from home while taking care of their kids. I really don't frou-frou it. I really speak from the heart. What I find that holds people back is saying, well, I don't have anything to say. And I'll say to those people, well, think about what has this opportunity done for you. You know, you're being helped by somebody. So what you've been given for free, basically, give it back to someone else. You love helping other people because you know that when you go to the cafeteria or you go to your teacher, like you go to your lounge to eat food, you notice that people are not making the healthiest choices. So something in your gut tells you, I wish I can help that person. So use that and let it fuel your drive to message people and let them know, look, I'm doing this and I think it would help you if you joined me. So speak from the heart always. That will never fail. And of course, we will share more of the messages. I'm trying to multitask and look at the messages and send them at the same time.
I'm
it's
doing
not
that.
working.
So any questions you may have so far, guys?
Hold on, because I need to go over the recognition. Okay. So the last vital behavior, which is number 4, so that's invite. Okay, invite happens every single day, and invite happens with a purpose. Invite happens in public. Invite happens in private. Invite happens on the phone. Invites happen when you wear your workout clothes.
If something can go with invite, that I always remember, be intentional.
Be intentional.
Since the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep.
Even like drinking water. Stay hydrated.
Water. Oh, thanks. She stole my water. That's the sister. Recognize. This computer's gonna
celebrate every meaningless and meaningful achievement, whether it is yours, your teammates, your the people who surround you in the groups, but also celebrate the people who inspire you. And it's good for others to know that you are a positive influence. Remember, we're called to be the lighthouse. We're called not to share what's happening in the news and to add to the misery.
Of that on our feed.
Misery loves company, and we are not the company of misery. We reflect positive. We reflect thoughtful, reflective messages.
Not to say that our life is perfect. That's not what we're saying. We're struggling. Everybody struggles.
We know struggles.
We all have a struggle. We all have
We know struggles. We optimists.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, let's say you are having a bad day, always end it with something productive, something to give light, something. I went to Jamaica. End with something positive.
And let's say you're having a bad day. Give people the way you solve the problem. Help them see it so that one day when they have a situation, they know how to solve the problem because they already read it on your newsfeed. I always say if people want to know what's happening in the world, they can turn on the channel 5, channel 7, channel 2. They can find out all of the nasty news. My Facebook page is geared toward uplifting others, motivating people, inspiring into action, adding value into people, sharing recipes, telling them about my life, because that's another thing.
What you've overcome.
Someone asked me, how public do I have to be on this cup challenge? It all depends on you. See, I am pretty much public about the things that I have already overcome. There are things that I am going through right now that I'm not capable of sharing them with you because I would break down and you would not like to see me do the ugly cry. I must be healed from that situation, and I must be willing to let go so that I don't ever pick it back. And I must be open to giving hope to other people who are going through what I went through back then. So I already have the lesson learned in front of me. I'm not seeking for the lesson. So I choose to speak about the things that I have already overcome because I can speak with conviction. I can speak from a place of love, and I don't go ahead and add more hatred or more pain into the situation. I actually give you hope so that you see that no matter how dark your moment is right now, there's hope at the end of it. I'm not going to sit here and say to you, I know depression is hard. I've been through it.
You don't want to add to a pity party because then you're not serving.
And you're just going to
not adding value.
And
let's jump off the bridge together.
Like, come with me. I want to die. And we die together.
It's not going to help.
And that's sad. So instead, you're like, you know what? You're going to feel like shit. and you're gonna have days where
It's
you
not
just
gonna be
wanna
easy.
feel like somebody throw some dirt on you, and you may even want to go live about it, and you're gonna say it's gonna suck, and it's gonna suck for days.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you that on your darkest days, the sun will always come out, and you will always find a solution. And then guess what? When you come out and the sun is already shining, you're gonna look back and you're gonna look how far you came, and that's gonna make you say, "Oh shoot, I came that way all by myself." Oh damn, I need to go tell Fulanita because she's going through a situation and she needs to know that she too will survive. Got it? So that's kind of like how public you should go.
Be intentional, be true to who you are. You don't want to fake this. Guys, like I
No.
hope that whenever you meet us in person, it's the same that you see in social media.
Don't
Don't
sugarcoat things.
sugarcoat it. This is not easy, obviously, because we're not going to lose 50 pounds in a month. Like, if I would tell you that, then I'm BSing you, and that's not what we're all about. What we're inviting people to do is to give life an opportunity, give their life an opportunity, a new opportunity, a new journey, a lifestyle change.
And you were not
Of
always a
opportunities.
Beachbody coach.
No.
Possibly you just started Beachbody coaching.
Like, don't
and you
become a
have
Beachbody,
idea. Like, don't become a Nazi.
KKK. Don't
Like,
be a Nazi.
Don't be a Nazi, and don't be the type of person that if people see you walking down the street with an ice cream cone, they like duck. Because oh shit, there comes the coach.
I can't eat that.
Let them see that you're real. Let them see that you like ice cream, and that actually as
You worked for it.
As Michelle said at Summit various times, life is all about balance.
It's the 80-20 rule. And obviously we want to show that we're real. And that's honestly what I love about the company that we are in.
Yes.
It's real people.
You don't
real
want to
results.
it's not going to last you long to
No.
be a sugar coater.
And people can smell fake from afar. So if that is, not letting you sleep at night, just know that you can sleep okay if you're being real to yourself. And the person that you're seeing and showcasing
Naughty, but I
is
don't
you.
have anything to say to anyone. Like, my life is so boring. Like, what would I even say to someone?
Hello.
My life is boring. Like, I wake up, I go to work, and then I come home and I cook.
Oh, but aren't you doing something different?
Like what?
Hello, you're being more active in your life. I know you're drinking more water. You're pooping regularly. Even that is a highlight.
Heck yeah.
And aren't you reading Personal Development, the book that you told me about? Why aren't you talking about that?
It's true.
I mean, hello.
I could share the tips.
And how about Emmeline and her transformation? 30 days, man. Like, not 30 days, 33 pounds down. What has that done for you? Has that given you hope?
But she's not my coach.
We're part of the same family. That's what we are all about. It's a team effort.
Also, I could ask her for permission, and I can post her picture with
Duh.
her story.
Hello.
That's why we should all be posting our transformation pictures in our challenge group so that we can inspire each other and we
having
can
a
be
blonde
recognized.
moment.
Oh, and then when I read,
Oh, but you don't know how to cook?
I do. I cook real good,
Oh.
and it's simple. It's not that complicated.
People need to know more about
Like,
that.
I don't use any type of condiments when
So
I
wait a
season
minute,
my
you're
food.
telling me that you go food shopping?
I do.
Oh shit! So
And
why
I
don't
stay
you-
on the outside of the supermarket. And I don't buy like
And you
everything.
go with a list, right?
I go with a list, and I go in and I go
And
out.
do you plan your week?
I plan my week, and I actually cook ahead of time so that I'm not always in the kitchen.
And you
Oh damn! I have a whole month planned. Of
no, but
posts that I
hello,
can share.
don't you sweat every morning before heading to
And
work?
because we're role playing here. And don't you have a 3-year-old child?
How
is
do
a
I
mess?
manage? He's 4, actually.
Oh, he's 4. That
Going
is
on
like a
50.
dinosaur hoarder, and he comes out with the only things.
But
Yeah.
I still work out, and I share that.
So, your life to you may be so boring, may be meaningless. You may have nothing to share and nothing to say that adds value to people.
Oh no. And I'm gonna go now this route because this was me. I don't have Facebook and Instagram. What the heck do you want from my life? If people need to find me, they better come to my home.
And I said, we'll create a fake one, an alias one. And now I would say
But
create
I don't know anyone.
Cre-
You already took everybody.
Oh, that was a question that they asked. You don't need to know anybody. I already took all my
I
family
need to share.
members.
Shush. So, my sister, I'll introduce you again.
Hi.
Miss Onuris Estevez started this journey and with the intention of bringing me on board because I was in a deep hole, a very dark hole that allowed her to stay and not share with me that she was doing this whole weight loss program because she knew that she needed to help me, and the only way I was going to say yes, because I'm that skeptical, I needed to see with my eyes to believe. If you've ever heard of San Tomas, that was literally me back then, because I tried everything. I was in a hole and I was in my own little bubble and I was a private soul. And at that time I was miserable, and she knew I was, and I needed help. So she went through the whole journey and she did all her thing and all that. So she convinced me, because obviously I didn't need a lot of convincing after seeing her ass lose 18 pounds in 30 days. I took her pics and I joined. The only thing is that I fell in love with Beachbody. Like shit, I got the love bug from Beachbody and Shakeology. Shakeology finally removed the pooping pills out of my life. And I started losing weight, something that I never accomplished in the past. I was a 1-digit pant size. Hello. If you know me, you know my hips do not lie. And at that point, I needed to make a decision. Onuris had already been working the business since the get, because she's a butterfly. She's a social bee, and she shares like that. Like, she doesn't care. And if you know her,
I don't have anything to lose,
she's
guys.
good.
I
She's
can walk around with
so
you.
she's that
in my bare
example.
self.
If you're like that, like Onuris, kudos to you. But if you're anything like me, that I was more reserved and the older, more mature, more reserved kind of lady, I lived to my own. But then I fell in love, so I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? I don't know anybody. You've taken all the people that I know. All the friends and family are under you. So who the heck am I gonna help? Who is going to trust me? No, it's true. Like, who am I to help somebody? I'm not a professional at this. And you know what? I gave this an opportunity because I knew it was so good. Because if it changed me, it can help anybody. Yo.
She's the product of personal development, by the way.
Like, seriously,
Because
60 pounds has been a blessing, but what has happened internally, I can't put a price on that. And that's why I show in every single day. Bad day, good day, and whatever. The point is, you do not need to be afraid of not having anyone, any contact list. You can start like this, with nada, like a blank slate. And it's actually prettier because you can control it. And why? Because you are your own CEO. You're the boss. In anything that you do, believe it. You are your leader in your own business, because we are. Our
Independent.
body is our business, and we are independent Team Beachbody coaches. You do with your schedule however you like. You reach out to whoever you seem right and that can fit your team. So
Now, don't be too picky.
no, because everybody's human, and you got to remember who you were before you started all of this, because God knows that I've dealt with a few.
And
But
you're
they
gonna-
remind me of my young age when I was like, what?
And you're gonna pay the price of the headache you gave your coach when you were trying to log in. Like, oh no, but that's too expensive. Well, they're gonna
And if
wanna
you've had
run you
excuses,
over.
if you've always quit, like I always used to quit, I embrace that. So it's all about being real, being genuine, and you haven't lost anything. Like, I've gained only in this whole journey. I have, like, regardless of what has happened or will happen, I'm in a happy place, and I'm speaking to you from the heart. So don't be concerned of, I don't have anybody to reach. You start every single day, and trust and believe. Consistency has to become your middle name. You can't play with me in consistency, and she knows it. I don't play that game. Because if I made a decision to change my life, I love what I'm doing, how dare I not show up? I don't get any days off. I need to show up to my family the same way that I show up to my dinosaur, my son, Elias, the same way that I show up to Adeline and my husband, the same way that I show up to my life. I feed myself right, I feed my mind, and I show up to my business.
And someone also asked,
About-
and it goes right with it.
Yes, go ahead.
Someone also asked, it's delayed on my computer, so it's hard that way. But someone also asked, how do we add to our network?
Your
So,
avatar.
hold on. You need, and I'm not gonna, you cannot expect to contact people if you do not have a Facebook that is public. You are not going to speak to new people if you don't have an Instagram with your face on it, Like you can have clip arts really cute that you love, but they don't represent who you are. Keep them in the closet, keep them in your window, keep them where you get inspired. But your Instagram is your business, and it is a representation of who you are, what you stand for, the things you like to do, the foods you eat, the fitness program you are committed to doing, and the group of people you are inspired by on a daily basis, and you are hoping others to join you in. Your Instagram is your business. Sometimes we may want to bash people. Maybe we want to speak and tell our friends and family to F off because they're living our lives too much and they're butting into our business.
You will have haters.
It's okay to block them. It's okay to unfriend them. But it's not okay to use your business platform to badmouth someone else. You have a reputation. And remember, you are called to be the light. You're not called, as Michelle Obama says, and I'm not into politics, but when they go low, you go high.
Oh,
That was an
that.
amazing quote, and I will forever hold it. You always, if you want to say something, you just let it go. You type it,
and then you delete.
tell them, what did you do?
I thought I was the only one.
Delete.
And then you breathe. And then if you need some extra personal development, then you listen to something on YouTube. Like Les Brown brings me
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. I'm
John
not your
Maxwell.
guru.
You
Darren
turn
Hardy.
on worship music.
If you need Joel Osteen, because sometimes we need a Jesus moment.
You do, and you let it go.
And you
let it go.
If you need to dance it out, you do. You sweat for a cause, and you sweat because of that. I've done that too. It's
but
like
you
therapy
keep
for me.
your cool at all times. Also, your business is up for your business is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Here's the thing, guys. If your child is sick, if you have diarrhea, if you've cried all night, if you have not followed your nutrition plan, if you have a wedding, if you are at church, if your mom passed away,
if you're breathing,
if you are alive, you are open for business. If your business is as important to you as you say so. Here's the thing. I have had very dear people die in my family. And it's not easy to find something positive to say. It's not even easy to find something to post. But when we're real human beings, we go to humanity. And we connect with others who are also going through that turmoil. Again, I'm not adding to the pity party of others. I'm not, like, you know, when you go to a funeral and someone sees you and, oh my God, we're going to miss her so much and she was so good. You remember when she did your little favorite things? And you're like, please don't remind me because I have it very clear in my mind. Help me remember her in her positive, in her health, in her goodness, so that I can continue her legacy on. And that's always the turn that things take. You look for the positive side of it. There's no positive to death, but legacy will be left behind. And you always look for something good to say. Your child is in the hospital. You're having a horrible day. Other moms have gone through the same exact thing as you do. And how do you overcome? You survive. So what do I mean by that? I mean, don't be on for one day and gone for a week because you went on vacation, you went to a wedding, and you actually wore some really nice clothes, and nobody even saw you with it.
And this is where a lot of people fall out of this business, and this can happen to you, right? You're all eager. You're like, oh, August is the month. I'm in. You do it for 3 or 4 days, then you stop. You start again on Monday. You fall off, you come back Thursday. This is just not for me. I don't have anybody. Esto no es para mí. This is not for me.
The people who said they were going to join me, they're telling me que no. They're not even answering my messages.
And hold that thought. Would you sign up to be with you? If you saw that inconsistency, and I'm going to be real with you. Where I was in my life 3 years ago, I needed to trust the person I signed up with because I needed help. And I needed a daily
dose
accountability
of you
dose
got this.
Of
I even
you're
threatened
in
her.
this because you need this, and I'm gonna be with you till the end. And that's what you need. You need to be a ride or die on the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's
how you're gonna grow your network.
And that's how you're gonna attract.
That's your word.
That's gonna help you attract people to your life. Sometimes, and I'm gonna tell you this: when you blink, it's to blink. It's not to feel a cash register go ching ching.
It ain't about the money.
Ching ching. Because if you're looking to get rich off of helping someone in the month of August, you can help 10 people in the month of August. You're not gonna get rich.
Yeah, we're not gonna go to Greece in September unless you have like 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 people that
This is not a get rich scream thing.
No.
If you are looking to help people, get ready to help, to give and 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 give, and not expect anything to come back to you, because you were called to serve. And then when you pour out to other people, then you have nothing else to give. That's when it's gonna come back to you. But I'm gonna tell you something. In that giving, you're going to discover your purpose. You're going to discover how deep your why is, and you're going to discover the power behind putting yourself in a less than egocentric business in the service of others.
You will be swallowing your ego a couple of times.
You gotta check your ego at the door and be like, see ya, I wouldn't wanna be ya. You know why? Because egocentric people are the most mediocre, poor people you will ever meet. They are the ones that tell you, here's my phone.
No personal connection.
And then when you grab it, they're like, yeah, but don't take it like forever. Give it back.
Mine.
I gave it to you. Take it. Nothing in return. No worries. If I can help someone live life with a little smile some days, that's enough for me. I'll go to bed happy. So think of that. Ching ching, out the door. You're serving, you're adding value to people's lives.
And if you kind of don't understand that, place yourself in that individual's place. Right?
And think of yourself when you started.
Think of yourself. I've done that a lot because I remember how much I needed this. And I always reflect back on that.
Now, I'll be honest, when I started being a coach, I didn't have all the social media platforms I have now. I became really good at 1 and 2, and then I added another one. I would also suggest that you keep Facebook as your personal favorite. You're gonna become
like your home.
That's gonna become your professional home. You're open right there, and you always send people to come to your Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, on Snapchat, or some people like to join us through email. I like to keep the conversation within Facebook and Instagram because I just find that there's more people to person relationships.
And it's better to like communicate the messenger, the voice.
For some reason, I know how to text real fast with my 2 thumbs. So Facebook is your primary source of relationship building. Then Instagram should be kind of like the wife or husband, the pair to that. Snapchat, I suggest that you do it because everything is moving to video, and that shows your transparent self. That shows you without makeup. That shows you without taking a shower.
Unrehearsed.
That shows you
Unedited.
in your craziness at home. But that also gives you an opportunity to quick snap a 15-second video of your meal, post it on Instagram, and then say to people, come follow me on Instagram or come follow me on Facebook.
Or snap me for more info.
So Pinterest is another platform that you can use because or you can do karaoke and people can get to know you. Michelle does something really fun, which is every Friday on her way from work to the house, she sings. So I already know if I want to get a boost in my mood, I go to her karaoke on Fridays and I sing along with her, and that gives me a boost in my own energy. And you know what I do? The people who are on my Snapchat and I like who they are, I'll send them snaps and messages because you can build relationships with people in all platforms. It's not like one day I was like, well, I'm not just going to be watching these people do crazy stuff. I'm going to interact with them. And that's the other way you build a network. You just don't post to post. You post and then you comment on people's posts, and then you add people to your following list, and then you add friends to your Facebook friend list. And usually you start with the friends of friends, and then you start with people who are part of different groups that you like, or people who like the same brand of clothes that you like.
That's why never forget who you were before all of this.
Or people who are shopping in the same places that you shop, or people who are going on the same vacations that you like to go to, people who go to the same restaurants you go to. That's where you find people. You use specific hashtags. Hashtag. Do not use hashtags that pertain to Shakeology, to Beachbody, to
21 Day
fitness,
Fix, Max
to
30,
21 Day Fix,
T25,
to Healthy Fit Life, to Join Me Now, to Ask Me How.
Or within the same comment. Always add a comment to those hashtags.
Add a second comment to your, after you've posted.
It just looks salesy.
You want to find people who are not doing what you are already doing, and that's why you don't use those hashtags.
Yeah, because I'm already using Shakeology, so
I don't need you.
I love you, but I don't need you.
I don't need you. So Instagram is necessary for that, and you message people. You don't have to spend 2 hours messaging people. What you need to do is just quickly say, I love it. I really like your page. You're so positive. I like that. Where did you get this? I love this, etc.
If someone comments on any of your pictures or likes your pics, go to their wall. Thanks for coming to my page. It means the world to me. It's really hard, difficult for me to share my journey openly. So I thank you for, coming by and giving me some love. If they've commented on your pic, a thank you goes a really long way. Or just a smiley face, just acknowledge people. We are in the service business. We're working with people. We're missing that connection. And you guys are sharing down here that Instagram, and it's true, I shared a story. I just need to learn it. People are more into the live videos because we're missing that connection. People's voices are being missed out because it's all
social media.
So now people are looking for your voice. So get used to you and being real with yourself, being authentically you, and go that route. Don't be afraid to share your voice, your opinion, in a nice way, as Minerva said. Remember that we're a lighthouse. So we have a good 5-6 more minutes. If you have questions for us.
I think someone asked, you always have a pool of friends. Yes. So
the list is always important. So you start, Jennifer, with a list. How do you grow your network? You start off with your friends, and we usually call that the more market.
Mm-hmm.
And then we expand that to friends of friends, and then their friends of friends, and those are the lists that you start adding.
And now that Instagram has changed a bit, what I like to do is I go to the search tool. Where's your Instagram here? Instagram. I'm using a different person's phone. So you go to the search bar, right? And let's say I saw a picture recently about J-Lo. So I like J-Lo. So what I did was I typed, no, you can't see it. What I did was on the search little magnet thing, boom, I typed her, and then I go to the page that people who like J-Lo. And look, she's shaking hands with Hillary Clinton.
She has 550,091 likes.
So
these people are live and center on social media. You go to those likes.
Exactly. You go to the people who like that post. It's not going to show it.
It's not going to show.
You go to those people who like that post, and then you're going to browse and see, ooh, look, this Kimberly McIntyre looks like somebody I want to talk to.
And then she has friends that will populate in the bottom, and then you just add them. People don't bite.
No.
And you have the authority, because that was one of my fears. You just block them.
If they're crazy and they don't go with who you are, and they come back and they are starting to bash you, bye-bye.
Bye.
The other thing is, guys, Instagram has blocked me from adding new followers to my
She's been in jail
list
a couple of times.
But that's okay.
Jen has too, but she survived.
I already have people who are my friends. So what I do is I go to those, so I click on the followers, and I have 21,000 people. So I was like, what am I messing around with? That means I have to go talk to all of these people. So every day I would take 10 to 20 people, and I would just go in and say, hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? And bundao. Okay? Which book changed my life? There has been many. But I would say
that's a hard question.
Books that I would recommend that are must have. Oh my God. It would be the compound effect for sure. For me, the go-giver sells more, put me at ease in my heart to know that by helping people join my network, I was doing them a service. So I understood that I needed to do that. The 10x rule helped me understand that I wasn't doing enough, and it makes me feel like I don't need to sleep. Like I just need to work because my government is not going to do it for me. So I have to create my own change. And listening to a lot of podcasts. Some people listen best to other people say exactly what we're saying. So there's a virtual upline podcast, and he has no connection to network marketing, but he will tell you your tasks so that you stay on target for your day. So that podcast helps me. The other podcast that helps me on a daily basis is
The Charged Life.
The Charged Life. The Charged Life.
The Charged Life.
And Shalene, I listen to a lot of people, so that is a very, very...
It's an in-depth question, but in the beginning?
It's Shalene Johnson's podcast with Build Your Tribe. I would say if you do any of those and you do what they say, you don't stay in the thinking, your life will be changed forever.
That's key. You can listen to 1,000 personal development, but if you only listen to say, oh, that reminds me of such and such, oh, that reminds me of Perencejo, but you're not looking inward and seeing what they're saying and things that should be applied to you and areas that you kind of have been hiding from and you don't want to work on. For me, I have to say that 6 figures in 6 months broke me down, besides the compound effect.
By Danny Johnson.
By Danny Johnson. There's areas in our lives that we don't even acknowledge or realize that have hindered our life and have made us who we are today. We've been molded, right? Our childhood experiences, young adulthood, you name it. Those are little things, and those painful little moments, we kind of hide away from them. That audio truly broke me down in a way that I was able to see the reason why I was the way that I was and how I needed to let go and forgive. Forgiveness is the root of all evils. And I hope with all of my heart that one day you can listen to that audio and experience the same freedom I did.
How do you manage your schedule or your day? An example on how you divide your day. I'm going to share with you now that the kids are home, and that's one of the excuses that we hear often is how do you deal with kids? My family knows that my business, I'm at home and I work from home. I sometimes work from my car. I sometimes work from the toilet. Sometimes I work from the doctor's office.
Beep moments last minutes.
I will work from my bed. I will work whenever I have 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. I will put in the time. Now, I break up my day. I wake up early. I get up 6 o'clock in the morning, make sure I put in my workout. Immediately after putting on my workout, I go ahead and I post something motivational. I don't overthink it. It has to be something that is helping me in the moment. I have like on WordSwag an image that I just put the words, the font in, and I just post. Whatever comes to mind in that moment, whatever I'm reading, something that impacted me. When I work out, I listen to podcasts instead of listening to the video. I'm feeding my mind and I'm working my body. So it's like a big poo-ha. It's like a religious moment. So I keep a pen and an index card where I work out. So if something jots or comes to my mind, I immediately write it down. Like I write things down. See, these are all sticky notes that have been all over my house all day today because whenever I get a thought, I jot it down. And then when I get a moment, I do it. I execute. I follow up with people. I take like from 10 in the morning to 11 o'clock in the morning to follow up straight. I answer all messages. Everyone that messaged me, I answer them all in bulk, and then I'll go to my email and I will do the same. I answer emails all in bulk. Then I go into my challenge groups
Twice a day.
and I go in and like and comment and like and add value and put like and add value. I don't care if they're my people or your people, they're people, so they need help. So I go in and I support. Then I leave. I no longer come in until nighttime to the challenge groups. I barely come into the chats unless it's an emergency. Because one thing that I have learned is we all must become resourceful. So if I'm always answering questions for people, then they have nothing to learn. They have nothing to seek. So the goal is work within each other as teammates would, answer questions for each other, search for questions for someone else, because when you teach, you learn 2 times. So I do my home chores, I do what I need to do, I cook, I'm on the phone with someone, I take a call, I schedule calls with people, I don't take phone calls off the bat, because you wouldn't walk into a doctor's office and be like, "Hi doctor, me duele la barriga, ¿usted me puede atender?" No, you gotta make an appointment. So in this case, message me, let's set up a time to talk, and we go over any questions you may have. I make a list, so if I have people that are starting on their challenge group, I keep my agenda and I write down their names according to the dates that I have, so that I know I have a specific time slot that I'm going to be answering questions and meeting with people. Then I leave a break open so that I can devote it to my family, be present, be there. And then at night, again, when my kids go to sleep, I work 4 hours straight without stop. No interruptions. I plug in my earphones and I am at work. I'm either learning something new, I'm either uploading videos to YouTube, I'm following up with people, sending messages to others, following new people, creating lists on Facebook.
Burning fires wherever they're going crazy.
I have a different list for different days of the week, and as you advance in levels, that's what's going to happen. I mean, honestly,
some days that just goes out the window, and then you just make things
Some
work.
days, the most important things are those things that are going to build my business up. And that is always adding new people to my list. Because the old people already know who I am. I need to contact the new people.
Always think of it that way. You always need new people coming in.
And the people in my teams, I've already given them all the information needed. Like, I don't need to sit there and be like the chicken hen and sit on the egg and warm it up. I can't. I have to go out there and continue to recruit because other people need what we have. So I stay in that mode of I need to find more people. I need to go after and look for more people. And as your knowledge increases and your confidence increases, you begin to go more live on video and you prepare yourself for that. And that's what you do.
And always have a call to action.
So guys, I think...
Are we good?
This was pretty much information.
And we're trying to cover all bases because we have a potpourri.
We have a very big
variety. Which is awesome and we love it. So we're trying to target all.
And I figure, let me go to Norris's house, because when I get to if I'm going to be in my house, it's going to be really interesting. So I came here because we live close. All TOPS programs, yes. All right. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I think we're good. I think we've answered all the questions.
Any other questions, guys? We're here to help and serve in any way that we can. Know that you're not alone, and don't feel overwhelmed by this. No.
And do it one step at a time.
Take it a day at a time.
If your goal is to help 3 people, the number says you may need to speak to 50 people in the month of August. But yes, Melissa, we need to be super focused this month. And here's the thing, it's hard for me to say what topics you should cover on live, but what I do think is, think about where you are at this moment. So I can go live on things that I feel sure about and that I feel that I can add value to people. Like, I feel as though I can open a pantry right now, Norris's pantry, take out 5 ingredients from the pantry and speak to people about what those ingredients or those recipes can do in my life. That's one thing I can do. Something else that I can do if I had like a toddler. I've always wanted to have a toddler while I was a coach. I don't know why I didn't have any
She
kids
wanted
earlier.
me to be pregnant 2 weeks ago.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's a different
One of the things you can go live on is activities you do with your toddler now that they're at home because you want to prepare them for school. You speak about that. You have teenagers at home. Like, how do you parent your children? What books have you used so that you can help other moms who are coming up and need to learn tips? You have a cooking idea. You want to do something that takes about 15 minutes. You want to do a type of cooking show type. So you prepare your ingredients ahead of time and you put them out there and you just walk people through the process. I went live today for 2 or 3 minutes during my Country Heat workout. I had people engage with me, and then I shared at the end of the video, oh, and by the way, I'm going to be doing this. So if you want to join me, message me, comment below. And that video on my like page has a whole bunch of views. I'm going to go create an ad and put it up there. So live is a huge opportunity for us to speak. It shouldn't always be the same topic. So let's say, for example, I would love to just speak about, what my personal development books do for me, but not necessarily people who are following want to listen to that all the time. So I try to keep it in a variety of forms. Okay? For this month, I don't know. I don't understand the question. We need to be super focused for this month. Should we cover specific topics on live this month? I would say the Country Heat menu plan is a perfect opportunity to go live. I would say speaking about like our event, Super Saturday, is a perfect opportunity.
Who's going? Comment below. Would love to see you Saturday.
For Super Saturday, people who will be coming to our family picnic that's happening the 27th of August. I'm getting a call. So you would kind of just involve people in what it is you're doing. All right? So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining our live stream.
Yes.
Please share your goals with us and with your team. Remember that a goal without writing it down is just a wish, and you're just going to be walking around in circles without any focus point. You want to know where you're going, and we are all heading up for greatness because we were created for that.
Yes.
All right? So love you all, and thank you very, very much for being here.
Any questions after you listen to this, if you're watching the recording, feel free to comment below because your question might serve someone else.
Have a very good night.
Bye. Peace out, guys.